Hey, it's John. Welcome back. Close Enough Garage. So, waiting on pinion seal. Yeah, it'll get here in about a week. So, my knee is killing me. I thought, well, to keep the project moving, I'm going to work on that fender. It's got to be done. There's no one else to do it. Wait a minute. No, it's just me here. So, we're going to work on the fender. So I took the fender off the 49. Some of you guys might have seen that video. I patched the rust holes, worked the bumps out of it, and yesterday was a holiday, Labor Day. Thanks for everybody who works. I can't use that fender. Yeah. 49 and 50s are the same car. Only thing's different is the tail lights and the running lights. The 50 has square running lights. The 49 has ovals. Well, unless I use both 49 fenders, you see the issue. One piece at a time, Johnny Cash song, you know what I'm saying? So let's look at that. So here's the 49 fender. You can see where I patched the rust, set it up to drill the holes to mount it to the car body. And that's not too bad. But here's the issue. See the oval? Flat mounted. I mean, that fender right there makes somebody a good fender. But now, here's the fender off the 50. And that would be like that, right? See, it's recessed, it's bigger, it's square. Yeah, that's not gonna work. And the reason I wanted to use that fender, as you can see right here, the car was in a wreck who knows when. And then back in the day, they would drill these holes and use a slide hammer to pull the sheet metal flat, or flat as they could get it, and they would fill it in with body filler. And it was very oil canny, like really bad. See that? See it moving? Well, the whole thing would do that. So I spent some time yesterday shrinking metal, and it is a lot better. But right here, can you guys see that? See it? I can't get that to go away. Now if I do this, yeah, that's no good neither. Because what do you think is going to happen to your paint in your body filler? See? So there's the issue. But this fender is in really good shape. That's really the only bad spot. You know, 75 years old. But that's the issue right there. Okay, so here's the plan. See, the fender's in good shape, all except right here. You can see back in the day when they done repair, they would use a slide hammer to pull the sheet metal out. Right? And then what happens, it gets thin. And then when it gets thin, you get an oil can effect. Now, I've spent some time shrinking this metal. It's actually pretty good, except right here I got a big something, and I can't work it out. So it's right here. So what we're going to do is cut this out, weld this in. Should be flatter. It's going to remove the. I'm going to put some strength back into it. This is 18 gauge metal. This is 18 gauge metal. The fender's in really good shape. It is the original fender off the car. It's got a little dent in it down there. I mean, it's fixable. And if this fails, then what I can do is actually maybe cut this. You can't what? Well, speak up. I can't hear you. So there's an assembly seam right here. And I have that 49 fender that will, that's the same except for the bolt hole and this issue. So what I think we're going to do is just go ahead and cut this out. It does rise a little bit right there, but see how that moves compared to this, you know? So now it's in. And if you had that finished and the car flexes, you know, we can't have it. So it looks like the worst is right here. We're gonna make a template. We're gonna weld that in. That's what we're gonna do. And if this fails, anybody want to buy a 50 Plymouth? Some assembly acquired? It's been a long time. All right, stand by. Let me get set up for that. I don't think we need anything this big. Obviously, that won't work. So we got to get it over here, and then we got to put some bends in. How are we going to do that? I don't know. All right, we banged around on it a little bit here and there. You can see it's not perfect, but that's not bad. Now watch. There's the bad spot. So we're going to cut that out. And it's going to be like that when we're done, right? Or you just ruined two fenders. I'm sure they're easy to get. I mean, they just popped them like 75 years ago. So that's basically where it's at. A little tweaking, clean this metal up. Don't look like I'm bending it, but it's moving. So, clean that piece of metal up. I don't think I need it quite that way. Get in here. So now it's directional, right? Cut that corner off. compressor catch up, and you won't have to suffer. All right, metal's clean, looking like, you know, obviously it's not gonna, because that's a straight edge, and this is curved, but right about there, right? So that's where we're going to start. Right about there. So I'm going to tack it, and then tack it there, and we're going to use this little wheel. See how thin that is? Right? Try to get in there on a 45, and so that's where we're at right now. I don't like spiders in my helmet. I don't need no surprises. So, stand by. Need a little more of a gap. When you MIG weld, you need a little gap. When you TIG weld, you don't leave any gap. And this is MIG. Every time I use this welder, I hate it a little bit more. a very slow process not to warp your sheet metal. And alright, so that's a boring, slow process. I'll bring you in for another look later. Hey, welcome back. Well, the video is getting a little long, so I did the whole pause thing. And it's not perfect. If you ever done drywall, you know that first coat of mud looks bad, but you make it look really nice in the long run. And that's where we're at. I just wanted to close out this video. So let me bring you in and show you. Still haven't welded the backside. Once I weld the backside and you know, give it more strength, obviously, and put a finished grind on the front. This is it is. I'll just show you. We've got a few dents to work out, but I wanted to put the strength back in the fender before I work the rest of those dents out. So yeah, and then I welded in those holes where the original repair was. Who knows how long ago. But I still got to weld the backside, and then I'll come across here and do a finish grind. And got a whammo right here. This needs to come up. This needs to go down. But the oil can has stopped. The oil canning is gone. That's you guys probably get a better view than I have, but that's where it's at. Body filler, some heavy primer, extra thick primer, 40 miles an hour from 50 feet away. You're gonna be like, oh, that's a good looking car. No, I'm teasing. It'll be all right. Remember, the regular riddler. So that's where it's at. Got a long ways to go yet. I'll take a stone wheel, a finished stone wheel, and turn it up on its edge and run this seam. You never really want to. You know your metal's already thin because it's warped. So take we'll weld the backside. We'll clean the backside up. What I like to do is clean the backside up, put a light underneath it, and if any light shows through my weld, that tells you, you know, you missed the spot. But yeah, one fender, 2 days. I gotta show you guys something. It ain't here yet. I gotta go pick it up. Busier than a two-headed dog. Thanks for watching, okay? I put a call out in one of the last videos, like, help me get to 100 by the end of the year. Well, my sister Lynette seen that, and she sent an invitation from her friends list, I guess. Because I was at, like, I think I was at 90 on the Facebook page, as far as followers go. She put that out, and we rocketed to 117 followers on the Facebook page, which is awesome. Thank you, Lynette. I want to get there on the YouTube side. YouTube pays better. I don't get any money for this right now. The way it works is you got to have 1,000 subscribers before you're even eligible on YouTube. I think I'm at 78. So I need you guys. Subscribe is free. Thumbs up, leave a comment, all that works in my favor. Thank you for watching again. I know I sound repetitive. Hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up, say you're doing it wrong, leave me a comment, you're doing it great, and I'll say, well, thanks, man. Once again, thank you again, Lynette, for that. And that's where we're going to leave this video. It's getting a little long. My videos are usually short. I'll show you guys what is the next step. I'll make a shorter video. Weld the backside. You guys don't need to see that. We've already welded. Welding's welding. Clean that up. I'll work this dent out. Hammer and dolly. I'll work this one down. I'll work this one up. And then we'll strip the fender. I got some epoxy primer coming. It's going to seal the metal. And you can body work over epoxy. And really, I got a little dent right there. You guys can't see it. Yeah. Pinion seal should be here any days. I called Andy Burbaum's. It's in the mail. Thanks for hanging out with me.